When you have a dog with stranger danger or who prefers not to be touched, and you have guests or visitors or people in your life who aren't great at following directions or respecting boundaries around that, it can be really difficult. Here are a few things that you can do to make the situation better for everyone. First up, you can try offering an alternative behavior to the human, not the dog. So people often want to participate. They want that connection. A lot of people take it very personally when a dog doesn't want to engage with them, or when they're being told that a dog doesn't want to engage with them. That might create a lot of defensiveness, and they may just decide not to believe it. No, dogs love me, as the dog is actively yawning and lip licking and looking away. So we can ask the person to toss treats instead, for example. This is a big win for everyone. I might ask the person, if they're not great at staying still or not moving into my dog space, I might ask them to have a seat. It's harder to move forward if you're having a seat. And then they get to engage with the dog without creating conflict. If they're tossing treats, they can't pet the dog. And if they're tossing the treats, they're not creating conflict. They're not coercing the dog to come closer to them. The dog's not getting closer than they're comfortable to get the treats. And your dog is working on the social skills of approach and retreat, while pairing that person with something positive instead of something negative. And they're seeking, they're searching, they're engaging in behaviors that are going to make them feel good and bring their stress levels down. Another option is to manage the situation by preventing access to the dog. So you can keep your dog on a leash with you, or you and your dog might be on the other side of a baby gate while engaging with this person. And depending on the relationship and how often you're going to see them and how well they know you, you can lie. One thing that I think is always available is to blame it on me. Blame it on your behavior consultant, blame it on your trainer. Oh yeah, our behavior consultant said as part of our training plan that you can't touch the dog. No one's allowed to touch the dog. Yeah, it's just can't touch the dog. You can also say things like, oh yeah, she's contagious right now. And depending on how often you're going to see the person, that might be all you need. You can be the one feeding your dog treats while that person is physically being prevented from interacting with your dog. A lot of times, especially if we have some people-pleasing, fawning tendencies of our own, that conflict can be really difficult to navigate. And in some situations might even feel unsafe, depending on the relationship and the power dynamics at play. If it is a safe situation, but it feels unsafe, it feels uncomfortable, it can actually be an incredible opportunity to grow those conflict skills. Conflict is not abuse is the title of a great book. And practicing those skills, this can be a good place to do that, where you're advocating for your dog, which can in the future make it easier to advocate for yourself and others. If it is an unsafe situation and it's not safe to create that pushback, we can get creative and imaginative to protect everyone's boundaries while not making it seem like we are disallowing the person to do something.